Dite la verità, vi sarà capitato di sognare di possedere un
Let's be real. You may have at one time dreamt of owning a large yacht. Yeah, but let's get back to reality and try to stay grounded. What if there were a 10-meter boat that could offer us every comfort, in every way and in every situation? Well, then maybe that dream might come true. This is Next 330LX by Ranieri International, and I suggest you take a look at it because, rationally, it's even better than a yacht. What I mean is, the size allows you to keep the costs low, to manage it independently, to moor it easily. It has it all. It has absolutely everything. See for yourself. Ranieri International started developing small boats and, as always, done well. By expanding their range with larger models, they also focused on beauty. The sides have been shaped with colours, lines and windows. The deck is elegant, neat and functional. Now let's talk about functionality. Did you know that 4 people could sleep in here? At the bow, we have the living area with sofas and a height-adjustable table, so that if you lower it down, you will create a double bed. All around, there are paddings for stowage spaces on the sides and under the berth. At the stern, there is another mattress for 2 people, and the height is enough to slip in and lie down. There are many cabinets all around. You don't need much else. The most important thing is to enjoy the boat while cruising and sailing, and being able to sleep on board overnight. There is also a well-furnished bathroom, complete with a pull-out shower, which is very large for a 10-metre. You can lie in the sun on the foredeck, and, since this area is raised, there is a handrail that goes all around for safety reasons. These 2 backrests will allow you to comfortably sit, and thanks to these pads you won't feel the rolling. You can have a drink, listen to some music. It's great. The windshield not only protects you from the wind, but this steel edge serves as a solid handrail to hold onto.
cui aggrapparsi con fiducia.
There are many instruments on the console, those dedicated to the engines and a display that could also be multifunctional. Under the helm there is a drawer for the smartphone with all the charging sockets, and a little lower there is the footrest. The driver's seats are also anatomical when used as backrests. And if you're a bit hungry, 2 refrigerators can keep everything you want nice and cool. On the top, there's not the usual heavy lid, but rather 2 light doors. The burners are recessed so that the pots and pans don't fall off, and neither will you because there are handles everywhere. The aft sofa leaves room for a passage on the side, which is closed by a little gate. There are also 2 fold-down seats with padded backs, and a central floor that lifts up to join together all the seats and form a sun deck, or to become a dining table. On the swimming platform there are 2 handles that help you out of the water and back on board, but they're a bit pointy.
A poppa abbiamo 2 motori Suzuki da 300 cavalli.
At the stern there are 2 300 horsepower Suzuki engines, but the shipyard declares that there are different options available, like 2 250 horsepower engines or 2 400 horsepower engines. Basically, the range is very wide, from 500 to 800 overall horsepower. In the meantime, let's check out the performance with this motorization, and after we will decide if it's enough, if it is excessive, or if we want to go even faster.
Onda lunga, non molto alta.
Long wave, not very high, and above us a short, steep wave of wind that generates a lot of splashes. Let's see if we can stay dry.
Rimanere asciutti.
We're in front of the Ligurian coast, between the cities of Varese and Celle. We have to try to gently dose the gas because we just need to move the throttles a bit, and that we're already planing. I'd say that the minimum plane speed is 10 knots. This is a condition that is favoured by the position and the very advanced centre of gravity due to the effect of this large cabin. And it goes into plane right away, and it also speeds up immediately.
Velocità. Devo addirittura tirare indietro le manette per darvi qualche dato di consumo alle andature di crociera più basse. Siamo a...
I need to pull back the throttles to give you some consumption data at lower cruising speeds. We're at 25 knots and we're travelling at 0.5 miles with 1 litre. Now, since the fuel tank capacity is of 700 litres, just think how many miles you'll be able to navigate independently. I would say about 280 miles.
Stessi consumi, anzi.
Same consumption or perhaps even a bit lower at a speed of 30 knots. We're at 0.45 miles with a litre.
Miglia con 1 litro. Sì, avrei dovuto dirvelo prima. Questo scafo ha...
I should have told you earlier that this hull has 2 steps and their action at these slightly higher speeds can be felt perfectly.
Sino adesso per...
Until now, in order to sail as well as possible in this sea condition, I have to keep the trim all down. But if I turn it up a bit, it might improve the performance even more.
ancora le prestazioni.
It is definitely smoother. 4,800 RPM and navigating at 35 knots.
Navighiamo a 35 nodi. Se il mare fosse calmo potete navigare.
If the sea was calm, you could navigate like this for as long as you wanted. The engines can handle it, and you and the crew can handle it too.
Anche. Piccheggio contenuto, rollio.
Limited pitching, rolling, it's quite controlled. Also, because the skidding is not excessive, it leans well on the edge.
Eccessiva, si appoggia bene sullo spigolo.
Excellent directional control as well.
Sentite il rombo che aumenta? È perché sono passato a 5.700 giri, 5.900, 6.000, adesso supero il 50% di trim.
Do you hear the roaring of the engines increase? That is because we are now at 5,000 RPM, 5,900, 6,000. I'm now over 50% trim. I keep the throttle down, 6,200 RPM, 6,400. It's light on the water. I hardly feel the waves at this speed. That's 46 knots.
6 nodi!
At the beginning of this shooting, I listed the reasons why a boat might even be better than a yacht, but I forgot to mention another important reason: speed.
La velocità.